Recently, the head of Homeland Security for the United States was in Ottawa to meet Trudeau's cabinet. Together, they should have reached a solution to close the loophole I've been talking about in the Safe Third Country Agreement, the one that has let thousands of people sneak across our border and claim refugee status, but they didn't. In fact, Trudeau's Minister of Public Safety, Ralph Goodale, wasn't even sure how big of a problem we have, and he continues to dither instead of addressing the issue. Instead of action, they agreed to monitor and share information. In fact, they stopped telling Canadians how many people are crossing the border illegally every day. This is totally unacceptable. When other governments in Europe looked the other way as refugees overwhelmed their systems, they were replaced by new parties who are sometimes hostile to refugees and want to kick them all out. That's not right either. Surely there's a better way. Let's just use our common sense and enforce our border security so that refugee claimants have to follow due process and are not rewarded for jumping the queue. Right now, unscrupulous immigration lawyers are telling their clients to avoid official ports of entry and to just cross the border illegally. Once they do this, Canada laws kick in, allowing these refugees the full protection of the courts, all the while taking advantage of our healthcare and welfare systems. There's something wrong about this. If the US won't agree to closing the loophole so those crossing into Canada illegally are returned to the US where they're entitled to a fair hearing before an independent court, then Canada must act on its own. Mr. Trudeau has the ability to do this by using something called the notwithstanding clause. His dad, Pierre Elliott Trudeau, put this in the Constitution in 1982 to give Canadian governments the authority to respond to extraordinary situations like this one and put in place policies that are reasonable for a fair and democratic society like Canada. This would allow the government to solve the loophole problem by passing a law making it clear that anyone crossing into Canada illegally from the US would be ineligible to make a refugee claim since they had forfeited the right to make their claim in the US, which the United Nations considers to be a safe third country. Look, you know me by now. I'm the son of Irish and Lebanese immigrants. I'm for immigration, but I'm also for border security. That's the first responsibility of governments, to protect its citizens. I don't want what's happening in Europe to happen here in Canada. Let's get real and close the loophole ourselves if Trudeau can't reach an agreement with the US. That's what an O'Leary government would do.